Morning, guys. We're taking a look at Bitcoin. The market is currently dropping. So I wanted to point out a few things. First of all, I wanted to go over the Fibonacci retracement. I will try not to make this too long, just because I know, people are busy and tend to not watch very long videos. So I'm going to start back here, guys, and show you exactly how this works as far as using the Fibonacci retracement and um, show you where we're possibly heading next, right? So I'm just going to enlarge this down here. So if we take our fibs, right, if we go from this low on this red candle to this high, this red candle, all right, let me just enlarge that a little bit so you can see well. Okay, so this was when we broke 20K and the market just took off, right? But um, other than that, you can see our zone here. Let me find my box. Let's turn that green. Okay, so we can see we went into the 50% zone and the 618 into our buy zone or our golden zone, whatever you like to call it. So we're in that zone, right? We are on the daily chart. So if we wanted to look for entries, we would go to the 4-hour chart. Actually, let me back up a little bit. So let me highlight this zone here. So we would be looking for an entry in here on the 4-hour chart, right? So um, we can just go back to the 4-hour chart now. We totally just lost it. We're way up here. Where did that go? Okay, we're way over here. Sorry about that. I don't know why that did that. But if we enlarge this, okay, we can see here we're in the zone. Let me actually make it a little bit bigger. You can see here we come into the zone. This would have been our confirmation candle, the green candle. Our stop loss would have been just under the 618, right? And make it somewhere right around here. Let's just make that red real quick. So stop loss under the 618 on this green candle. Came up, hit the 382, back down into the zone. Had another confirmation candle and took off from there, right? So as you can see, we never came down to hit our stop loss. Now if we're talking take profits, I don't know why that keeps doing that. So now we're way over here. So for stop loss, we can take our the trend based fib extension, guys. So it would be the kind of the same concept, except we would come from the bottom to the top, back down to the bottom, and then our take profits would be 272, 414, and 618 up here, right? So you can see we crushed all those. That's just a quick example. So let's move on to the next. All right, so if we take our fib extension, let's go from this low to this high. We didn't quite get there, right? So we came to the 236, pretty much exactly, and went up from there. So let's try another one. Go from this low to that high, this green candle. Okay, so we draw out our box. Right into the zone. Right, so this candle came into the zone. Let's bring back our eclipse so we can highlight this area. So we'd be looking more right around here, right? Right in this zone. So hopefully this doesn't move all crazy on me again. We go to 4-hour chart, and of course it did. So where are we at on price? Okay, so we're over here now. So let me enlarge that again. This green candle would have been confirmation. Stop loss down here. And came back down 382 and took off massively again. And so if we put the trend-based fib extension, we'd go from the bottom to the top here, but I'm just going to come all the way over, back down to the bottom again, and our take profits zones would be the 272, which we hit, and then the 414, which we hit. We didn't quite reach take profit 3, which would have been the 1618 here, right? So if we just take these back off, we'll keep going. And I'm going to put this back on the daily. That's killing me. There we go. Okay, so I'm going to enlarge this again in this area. So we take our Fibonacci, come from this low to the high here at this green candle. I'm going to move it all the way over so we can see. Okay, so our zone would be 5618. All right, so you can see we came in here, we came up, and then if you remember our last resort zones, 786. Let me make that green. 886. All right, so we double tested this. And so if we go to the 4-hour, and of course we lost it again. Okay, so let me find it. So our confirmation candle wouldn't have been until we hit the 786 here, right? Our last resort zone, one of them anyways. And then we had a pretty massive move up, but came back down. Our stop loss would have been under the 886. So we wouldn't have touched the stop loss, right? So we came down, and then just another massive move up. So from there, if we put our trend-based fib extension from the bottom to the top, take profits would have been 272, which we hit, 414, and 1618 here, right? All right, so hope you're getting this. I'm moving kind of fast, but I'm going to show you just a couple more moves. Let's go back to the daily. And we'll take our fib retracement. This time we're going from the bottom here, right, all the way up to the top here. Where's our zone? Right in here. Okay, so we hit our zone on the daily. We go to the 4-hour chart, and of course we lose it again. And here it is. So our confirmation candle. Let's bring up our eclipse. Confirmation candle would have been this green candle, right? So we would have took the trade there, came up. Our stop loss would have been under here, right? And we have a massive move up. So if we take a trend-based fib extension from the bottom to the top, back down to the bottom, take profits, would have been 272, 414, and 618. And you can see we didn't get there because this was the top, right? So let's take this off. Back to the daily. And we take our Fibonacci. This is our bottom. This is our top. And our zone. Are you guys seeing how well this works yet? All right. So our zone. And here, go to the 4-hour. Oh, I moved that a little bit. Okay, so our zone here. Let's put on our eclipse. Sounds like someone's dying over here. So it's just enlarged so you can see. So this would have been our confirmation candle. Took off, right? We can already see just by looking, we didn't hit our take profit zones up there. Those would be ultimate take profit zones for long swing trades, guys. Otherwise, you can take profits at the 382 or the 236, right? For day trading. All right, so, and then here's, let me take this off. And you can see from there, this would have been the fib, and we came down, way down, and then continued dropping. That's when Elon had his awesome tweet. So let's put it back on the daily. So you can see how many times this worked, right? Actually, was this one? I don't know if they got moved, but I think I put eclipses on all of them, right? So just giant massive moves up after we hit the zones. Now I'm going to show you how we can, now we're in a downtrend, right? Because this was the previous low. We broke below and closed below the previous low here. We had to move up and then move back down. So if we take the Fibonacci, we can work it the same way backwards. So from the high to the low here. Let me just enlarge. So if we're going backwards, our zone in here, right between the 5.0 and the 618. So actually, I'm going to make this one red. Okay, so that's came up to the 50618. That's the retracement zone and back down, right? So if we put our trend base fib extension from the top to the bottom, back up, you can see our take profit zones, 272, 414, and the 618, the 1618, which is right where we are at right now, guys. So this is what I kind of want to point out. So if this is our 2618 or 1618, let's make that a big yellow so we can watch that zone. Put it on 4 pixels. All right. And let's take this off. So our next zone would be from this top to this bottom. Right, so from here to here. We should, at this point, expect a retracement back to the 50 or the 618, guys. All right, so this is what I kind of want to point out. Unless we close below these, then we're going to head down 25, 20, right? So I don't think that's going to happen. So also, if we put our trend base fib extension from the top to the bottom, back down, you can see these zones are just ridiculous, right? So I think hopefully we'll start the bull market again. I mean, we got 20,000, 17, and 11, guys. I really don't think that's going to happen. So I think the market should turn around at this point since we hit that take profit just right here in this zone, the 1618, the take profit on the swing trade. So I mean, the market looks kind of crazy right now. I mean, we got the RSI really high. We got the moving averages, which are crossing, which, normally would signal another downtrend. So we might come back down to here. And we will know if we can draw out this current trend, right? So we might just come to here, we might wick down here and come back up, but at the same time, we are forming a triangle. So if we break this, there's a good chance that we could fall down lower. So if I take our little brush and say we broke out of this, we would come back up, retest, and back down. Normally on a move like this, we can either measure from here to here, and right in here, 25,000 guys is a possibility. So unless this is going to play out like this kind of pattern, like a pennant, but I don't think so. It's not clear, so I wouldn't think so. Ultimately, my thought is that, let me just delete this. Put the fib back on real quick. So my thought is this is what will happen. We will come back up in here. Really, I think we'll come to the 618 because we have lots of resistance in here, right? So from all the way back here to here and then to here. So the 618 would be my ideal spot. All right, so ultimately right now I think that this pattern will play out. Right? So we just need to make sure that we don't cross under this trend line. And then if we break the top, we should continue up to here and then see a retracement from there. And then we'll have to put the fibs on and see where we're going next, guys. But so if you're looking to take a trade here, we could put the fib from the low to the high here. Let's see where we're at. Right now we're right in the zone. But we're going to make that green because it's going to be our buy zone. All right, so what would we wait for here? We would wait for our confirmation, right? On the 4-hour chart. So in this zone, we need a green candle to close. All right, so if that happened, take our extension tool from the bottom to the low and back down. So showing take profits 272, 414, and 618, just where we thought we would go, right, into the other zone. So this is my current analysis, guys. I think we will come up to here and then see a small retracement afterwards, right? So we need the green candle here. We should come up right in here somewhere, anywhere within this box. So between 48, 44 to 48.8 to 48, 44.8, right? 45? So 45 to 48, somewhere in there, is where I think we should head next if we have confirmation in this zone. And let me just put that back on the 4-hour. So this current trend is the one to watch, guys. I think we should show a green candle soon. And then let me take this off so we can just see a little better. But so waiting on a green candle here. And I believe we can take that up to here in the zone from, let's just say 45 to 48, right? So you can see where we just back tested all back here, how it works, and you can see that it works, and why we would be in a massive trade if we had our confirmation candle. So guys, I'm going to go ahead and cut this. I hope you learned a little more about the Fibonacci tool, how it works, where your buy zones are and your take profit zones. If you have questions, feel free to ask. Meanwhile, I'll be watching for the zone. And we went almost 30 minutes, guys, so I hope you watch this to the end to see the final analysis. All right, or you can fast forward to the end if you're not interested in learning, right? So if you just want to see the current zone, there you are. All right, anyways, guys, have a great day. I'll talk to you all soon. Peace.